I've had so many people ask me, why don't you have a website? Don't you need a website? Well, the truth is, I don't need a website, and I don't actually even want a website. Maybe you're like me, maybe you're not, but have you ever tried to build a website only to realize, wow, this is a lot of work, and then ultimately finish the website and not have anybody visit it? Instead, all your communication and all of your impact happens on your Facebook or your Instagram or your LinkedIn. You see, a website, I believe it's very purposeful, absolutely. And sure, for some organizations, having a website is a default necessity, right? Because everybody just wants to visit your website. They want to know what you do, what you're about, how to contact you. But for content creators, I feel like a website isn't necessarily the place where people are going to go to contact you. I feel like they're more likely to contact you on something like Facebook or LinkedIn, somewhere where they have a direct approach at contacting you. You see, what I've learned is that I can actually build a tremendous brand and business simply from creating landing pages every time that I have some form of call to action that I am seeking to create and ultimately receive. Simply by creating a landing page, I can create a landing page in 10 minutes, right? And then I just put it out there as a link in my bio or as a link in my post. And then the people that I want to connect with then start to reach out to me. And because of that, I've learned that I don't really need a website because it's all this work and all these updates and plugins and this and that, and nobody's ever really visiting the website to begin with. Now, one thing that I should note is that when you're actually building your brand or promoting your company, it really does depend on the type of business that you have. Personally, as an entrepreneur, as in the startup realm, I've never needed a website. Just now, we're starting the conversation on like, maybe we should have a website because people are asking for it. But I'll tell you what my formula is. My formula is very simple. It's this. The content that I create organically and the calls to action that I create through landing pages and funnels, that's the direct source of communication with the people that I connect with. Perfect. But when it comes down to the method involved in actually making sales and enrollment and qualifications and prospecting and rapport building and all that, the truth is all I've ever used are one, Kajabi to actually build out my backend, my funnels, my landing pages, my automation, Zoom to actually have my calls with the people that I'm connecting with. And then 3, PowerPoint, because PowerPoint, I create my pitch decks, my proposals, and all the content that I use to actually produce webinars or workshops. So simply by using, and of course, there's websites like unsplash.com to get 100% royalty-free music, canva.com to create customized graphic designs, right? Simply those 5 items, Canva, Unsplash, PowerPoint with design ideas, which is the most recent version, which you got to check out. Zoom for the calls, and then landing pages, whether it be on, leadpages.net, Kajabi, ClickFunnels, whatever you use. Just those 5 programs, those 5 sources are enough for me to actually build a thriving business so that I can ultimately position myself, create calls to action, definitely make an impact, and ultimately earn the income that I aspire to earn. And that's it. And so to answer all your questions, a lot of people, it's like, why don't you have a website? It's like, we prefer the more organic touch. Now, lastly, if you're selling high ticket, there's a very good chance that if you put anything that's a link for $2,500 to $100,000 on your website, people aren't just going to go to your website, click that $2,500 bundle, and then just submit, right? It involves and it requires a more organic touch. It requires more of a personal approach at having the people that are interested in purchasing the value that you're providing to feel like they have a direct source of communication with you. And because we sell high ticket, we just felt like a website with a link to purchase a bundle should only be created when it is created through a direct source that is essentially created specifically for that one product, that one service, or that one experience. So hopefully that answers your question as to why I don't have a website, why we don't have a website. But with regards to your personal brands, if you want to promote your personal brand, or if you're a big corporation, then absolutely you're going to have to use a website, and definitely you're going to have to drive traffic to it. But I have found that you can make just as much of an impact organically If you sell high ticket, or if you like that personal touch, simply from creating a landing page that links to a funnel, the funnel to your automation to your Zoom to your PowerPoint, and your PowerPoint is created by programs and websites such as unsplash.com and canva.com. Hopefully that answers your questions, and hopefully you got some value out of that. Talk soon.